we welcome you aboard episode 7, where we left off doing the boot and getting ready for the rest of the repairs on that inner sill. We welcome aboard Australia on this episode, and in particular Cortina Central. We thanks for their support, and everyone else on YouTube. We'll always appreciate everyone that's been coming in through with the support. And Just Box there, just Box 2, just in is Just Box. So there's some filler or bondo going down on those repairs on the boot. I've just got that in there now. We're going to be sanding that off later. We'll show you the air sander on that, the DA dual action. So that's where I left you off with that boot repair, and we said we'd just give it the skim. So the skim's going on. That's a filler skim or bondo or body filler, whatever you want to call it. So today we're going to start with this repair here. Where are we? We're going to get a little bit of metal cut. Now I've already got a piece of metal cut here, and I've shaped that because this is a profile, so this is curved. So I've just used a ball peen hammer and tapped that piece in so that it's got the profile. We're going to cut and drop that in a sec. So that'll be the first repair for today on this episode. Another weld repair in. Hopefully we'll be nearly done with the weld repairs then. We've got one more up this end. You may remember early on in the film, on our filler neck. Let's have a look there. Where's that filler neck repair? See that down there? Little scar there, that's got to come out. Two ways to do it. Either the filler neck completely comes off, which I'll probably do, get the plate in, then plug that back on, that filler neck. The filler neck is spot welded with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 8 spot welds. So that's what we're on with now. I'm going to fire the welder up. We'll probably just cut you straight to the repair gone in, because you've seen how we do it now. So just thought I'd update. You've got to get the under seal out from the back, clear a patch 2 or 3 times the size that we're doing of under seal, so we're going to get no burning. Okay, and then that'll be in, and I'll assess what I'm doing next. So I might take you to the sanding process on the tub. Okay, so let me get that weld in there now. Welcome aboard episode 7. Straight off we go. Let's get that patch in. And one imprint ready to cut, so 1 milli cutting disc to cut that out. Let's get that. Where's our grinder? Here we are down here, ready with the 1 mil. So I shall just slice out that now, and then we'll cut to the plate dropped in position, get ready to weld. Just doing this, get that under seal on the inside of, or the sound deadening pad. Makes it easy when we get the scraper just to lift that off from the inside. That's the patch cut out, ready. Last of the patches, I think, on this side. Okay, that's ground the weld back, all done. Finished off the welds around the side. Got that profile, so you can see curves in, nice. And there's the welds cleaned up. Again, as you can see, you get those small pinholes when you're doing that type of repair, the stitch type. But they're only small though, little craters, none of them are actually straight through, so I'll just skim that. Okay, and that's done. It's not worth really going into every single one of these now. You just end up a load of extra work for not a lot to return. So I'll just scoop the filler in and wipe it. There'll be virtually nothing in that. So pretty clean patch repair. They're all almost seamless. I think as I get better, I'll probably get them totally seamless. Probably learn how to not get those craters. But that ain't going nowhere. That's cracking. And as I say, the way that it follows that profile is superb. So a nice plate in. That's the end of that. You can see the old piece of metal. Here it is. So that's what you had all on, and there was a further rust out as it was a bit bigger. So done for that one. So I've turned the welder off because I don't think I've actually any other welding to do on this bit. I'm just gonna take the little DA sander up the top now and just smooth off that filler now it's gone off, and just we'll have a look how the wheel tub looks now it's skimmed. And at the same time I'll just skim that in while the metal's bare, it's best applying your metal to your filler to a scored surface. That's 80 grit surface, so the filler takes to it nice. There'll be virtually nothing. I mean, you know, the holes are that small. You know, it'd be like a thumbnail of filler in that. So that's how we do those patch repairs. And just pausing for a sec while I think, do I need the welder firing up for anything else? I don't think so, so I'll switch the gas off there now, and we'll move on to another task. We'll take you up and show you this filler skim down. Get the little sander on that now. Right, so we've got a first fix of skim on here now, our filler. So we're just getting a disc on there, an 80 disc. Just going to take it down and then just see if there's any more bits I can fill in. Just looking for any ripples and stuff, and the little pinholes about there where our repairs went. So we've got where are we now? Follow the airline up here. We've got our little mini DA orbital sander. That's a great little tool. We get in there with that. We're just going to let our hands follow the profile round like that and just get it in. I've already started on these ones around here, some down there, just to skim it off, just to get it as smooth as we can. So I'm going to fit another disc on. These are Velcro attached, very handy. We stick a new pad on there, and then taking you up. So let's have a look at this. Fire it up, you can control the speed, and it's quite a small pad, so I can follow those lines in there like that, and that's how we hide these welds. That one, and then one here. Okay, that's our first attack of it, and then we'll very lightly go over again. Let's have a look at that for example. I can still feel a little raised bit there, so I'm just going to go over that one more time. It doesn't have to be super duper panel flat, but it's nice to get it if we can. A little bit over there, and we'll just finish off. That one's quite good. That one's pretty nice round there. Actually can't feel anything at all around that one. Surprising, that was a big repair. Oh no, that was this one. Yeah, I can feel the ridge of the repair piece. So I'm going to try and just lose that. But that's how it's done. So we'll put some more filler on and finish off with the little sander there, and that's how we're going to get the boot finished. Bearing in mind it's got Gravitex going on here, so this side is not as critical as the inside. The inside is going to have to be really nice. The body shop are going to be doing the inside bit. I'll do this side to save time and money. Okay, so a little bit more filler on there now, and then I go over it again. Okay, just going to do my mix of filler now. Just the activator going in there, so we'll just get this ready. Let me mix that, because I can't do it with one hand, so let me mix the filler. Okay, now I've sent the scoops this way, so I've had the spatula and I've been drawing it across following the contour of the boot, because that's where the curve is there. So we've dragged it across, dragged the spatula across and just swept it and kept it as low profile as we can, so there's less sanding to do afterwards. A little bit here where it's dipped in, that was the worst repair, as you remember. So we brought a bit more out on that, dragging it out, and then ready to do the final sand on that. That's all that's going to need. Okay, once that's primed, it'll disappear and you'll be okay for that one. Down this end, just scooped it in a little bit. In fact, you see there's hardly anything. It's took it back to metal. You can just see the little pits that will be filled in, and that's the end of that repair as well. Okay, so that's the filling done. Very minimal amount there, just enough to just get our shape back in the boot tub, just so you can feel it through. But the Gravitex on here, quite thick coating. Well, even so, you don't want to see any ripples in it, so that's done. Okay, I'll cut to that one, sand it down, get the sander going again now. Here we go with the sander. Guys, I've just remembered something that needs doing while I'm waiting for that filler to cure. Remember this horrible hole here that needs doing. We know there's only one way we can do it. Remove the filler neck. Spot welds, filler neck off, plate in. Another nice repair needs doing on that one. We may as well do it. It's a job I don't really want to do, but it's got to be done. So I'll have to drop the filler neck. I want to see what's under that filler neck anyway, because they're notorious for rusting, so we want to make sure nothing's about to go. Once this repair's done, I want it done forever, so off it goes. Let's get that off, let's get that filler neck out. So spot welds to drill, luckily easy to see, and then we can get a nice piece of metal in here. See that? We don't want that. We're not skimming it, we're putting proper metal in. We'll botch that and skim filler in it. No, we don't do that. This is coming out. Right, spot weld drill bit, get that out, let's go. Right, I'm hoping I've hit most of them. I'm gonna go for the other side now and start prizing them off. These ones at the bottom were tricky to get the drill into. I only just got the drill in there, but they're filler neck spot welds. So we're going to go inside the boot and start trying to prize that off. Alright, we've hit lucky with most of the spots. Only one, that's not bad. I couldn't believe that. I've hit them lucky, real lucky. So we're just, that compressor comes on every time I start talking. That compressor's not been running for half an hour. Unbelievable. Hang on a minute. Lucky with that one. Compressor off now. So just, where's that held now? Come on. It's that last one. Come on. There you go. There you go. I tell you what, it's not in bad nick. I thought that'd be absolutely rotted out. That's pretty good. Okay, so filler neck tube off. That's going to be stripped back to bare metal and primed up. We'll save that before it rots, eh? You can see how they start to go. That can be all arrested, that one's savable. So we've got a good filler neck. The hard part, again, Mike's your man for these. He can make these perfectly. Okay, let's have a look at the bad boy. Because there's light there, my camera doesn't know what they, so got the camera. So not bad. The edge of the filler neck, you know, the circle hasn't gone. So we've only got that there. There it is. There's your fella. Fin there too. About to try and get through there, but no, we can get it. We can get a patch in there. We're okay. We're good to go. We're good to go. We're good to go. So we're going to flip the car upside down, perhaps. Let's see what we can do with that. We've got to get that fixed while we're on a welding mission, and we're still, you know, we want to just finish the welding jobs up this end. So how can we do it? Let's look from this side's a bit clearer. You can see that pinhole now. Working from this side then, I guess. Don't see why not. We can't work from this side and put the metal in. To save that difficult shape, I could cut just up to that line, a square, with a scallop out of it perhaps, or I could just cut straight across and then make that shape. Don't really know what to do. Let me just see what I can do with that. I'm going to get that cut out now, and we'll clean up in the boot so there's no paint there. Then when the welder's going, there's no fumes coming through. So flipping it one side to clean the paint off, then back this side again to start cutting out for the repair patch. Over and out on this bit. I'll just get it flipped now. Okay, that's what we're up against there. Hold on, let me just turn down. Every time I start talking, there's either adverts or the news. Unbelievable. Never get music going, can you? Right, so I'm going to get the croc sander in. I keep calling it a croc sander. I'm going to carry on calling it a croc sander. Why can't I call it a croc sander? Right, I'm going to clean that up. Let's just see what we can get with that now. Well, I am happy to report that it's all savable. There's no further rot damage. I've ground back as far as the green paint. As soon as you see that green paint, you know you're back to the car. And the only repair is going to be that piece. This will get rust converter on it. I've got some very good rust converter, not Q-rust, it's something else. I'll show you that later on. That's going to get covered with a rust converter. And then it will have the weld through primer on it for when the plug welds go back on there. So we'll do that on both parts of we'll do it on the filler neck itself, and we'll do it on this piece. So I'm going to now get the metal in, and then we'll carry on cleaning this too. Once all that's clean, we'll rust convert it, then we'll weld through primer on the whole lot, clean up the filler neck, and then pop the filler neck back on. That's that job done nicely. Then it'll be seam sealed later on. Okay, so lucky there. We could have had, it looked like a big botch. There was all sealant and gunge round it that had been painted on. I thought they were hiding something worse, but obviously from the other side you could see that it was okay, but I thought maybe this side's about to rot through. There is some pitting, but it's not bad. It's all salvageable. The rust converter will take care of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start measuring up for the square piece of metal, and I want to get that weld in now. Let's get that weld in. Let's see how neat we can make that look. Okay, here we are this side of the filler neck floor area. I'm going to work out where we're going to make our cut. Doesn't really matter about those spot welds because we'll just make 2 new ones in the panel. So I'm going to cut a piece of metal to go around this edge here, and then across and down like that. That's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go over to my sheet metal here now. I'm going to cut myself a piece up. What I'm going to do, cardboard template first on this, get it, then I'll use the cardboard template. It's easier than trying to get the metal in there just to get the shape. Okay, so I'll make a little template up now for this metal repair patch. Another patch going in. I come up with another idea. I just sliced a piece of metal out, unusual shape, but that's where the grinder was able to just fit into that space, and also cut the rust out. So just managed to get it in the grinder there as close as I could. That's the piece that came out, so why not just overspray that and then cut it like that straight on this sheet. Save one line here, save doing a double cut. So just got three cuts there, straight cuts, and that should be the piece. So I'll overspray that, then one cut, 2, 3, and then that should be it. Okay, just like that. So slice now, and then we should have the piece ready. Gloves on, and let's get cutting. Right, clean the edge of the hole up. There's the piece of metal. It looks like it's a nice fit, which it is, a lovely fit. Perfect, look at that. Oh yeah, that's the best fit yet. Just right, that. Okay, so magnet now, and let's get the tack welds in. It's going to go in easier than I thought this. Looking forward to this one. It's going to be a nice job. Here we go. Can't wait. Pink Floyd in the background there. Magnet in to help me. Now I can get a tack in there, the magnet can come out. Welder firing up now. Okay, for this one I've decided to flip the car round so I can work at it from the top. And I've got the grip on there now, just holding the back end of the plate when I got the tack in. So going in from the top. Okay, plate in and ground back. And nice and flush, gone to plan. That feels real good there. Little bit of a stitch edge there, but the cover and the filler neck's going to cover that. So I've gone to town on where I can. With one more pinhole here, just to fill in. It was actually not part of the repair. I found another bit of rust, but other than that, we're good there. So superb on that one. I'll show you the other side as well in a sec, and we'll start cleaning up the filler neck now. It needs a shot blast, so we'll get that. Okay, that's the filler neck. Now you just saw a shot blast in it there. Well, shot blaster just takes off some of the well, quite a lot of the corrosion. It doesn't take it the whole lot off. So what we do to finish off after it's been blasted, just breaks the back of it. Got a tank of phosphoric acid, which you leave it in overnight. So you drop that into the phosphoric acid. It's actually cleaned out now, but the phosphoric acid was there, and that strips off anything else. The rust on this one, it's in pretty good nick, so luckily it's only a question of pitting on this filler neck. Okay, so it wasn't too bad. There's no welding to do on it, so it was worthy of saving and making a good job of. So what I've done after it's come out the phosphoric acid, the rest of any bits of the paint where the shot blaster might have missed have just fallen off, and I've wire brushed it back. And then what I've done is I've just used some rust converter. This is what they call FE123. It's supplied by Rust Buster, rust.co.uk. It's a really good one, this. Fantastic stuff, goes a long way as well. That bottle covered the whole car. So I just went over the pitted areas with that, and it turns it jet black. I actually went over too much of it, and you actually get like a layer on it which isn't very good for a paint base. So you've got to wire brush it back. Once you've done the rust converter and left it for a few hours, it'll black out any of the rust. Then you get your wire brush and just finish it off, and you tend to find that it's killed the rust dead in its tracks, which it has done on this. So that's ready for an etch primer now. And then what we'll do once we etch prime this, I did notice that inside there's some pitting. You can just see it in the light there. Okay, now it's on the upper side of the filler cap if you were putting your petrol nozzle in the end, and you could argue that you'll never see that, but I'd like this to be a really nice paint job inside here, because I think that's something, when you open the petrol flap and you look inside, what you don't want to see is paint lying on a surface like that. So I'm going to skim it, and I'm going to flat that back in, because I want this to be a good job. So before the primer goes on, I'm actually going to skim the inside of the filler cap to make it really mint. Alright, so it's not a botch, because that's not a smooth finish. Look, you can see the pits there. So the skim of filler will just fill them in. That's what it's for. And okay, it's filler going in, but you're not going to get one of these without any corrosion on it. Highly unlikely. And this is good enough to save. So You'll see there's some pit in there, but that's actually going to be seam sealed, so that'll be hidden. But it is good thick metal, it's not gone through. Though that tear you can see there is actually the drill from the spot weld. It's been pretty good order, so we're just going to clean it up, finish off wire brushing it, then I'm going to skim it, and there's some sandpaper in the palm of my hand, and I'll bring that flat, and then that's ready for priming. So we want to make a really good job of this. I know it's only a filler cap, but I want it to look nice. Now, when we attach it back to the car, this at the moment's bare metal, that's going to be weld-through primer. So that comes in a 2-part pack, the weld-through primer. At least this quality stuff does anyway. You mix the two together, and I have done that. Was an old one that's dried out. That was for the jacking point. It doesn't last long once you've mixed it, so you're going to use it up. And then the weld-through primer then gets painted on this face here and on the lower edge of the face there, so that when my plug welds come in, I'm not burning away the primer that I'm going to use for the rest of it, because I don't have to do it all in the weld through, just the bottom edge, and this will be etch primed. Okay, so filler on, zinc weld through primer on the base of there, then overspray. Sorry, I'm going to do it the other way around, aren't I? I want to go filler on, etch prime it, then, but don't etch prime this bit, then paint the weld through on this lip. You don't want to get the etch primer on there because that'll burn off and the weld through will have nothing to stick to. So the weld through's got to get to the clean metal, the etch primer's got to get to the non-weldable metal. Okay, so that'll be it, and then the body shop will then probably give it a flat down inside and out, because that's what I'm telling them to do. Then when we get the paint on the car, they'll be painting that inside and out properly, but at least it'll have a good base. So I'm going to go now and get the filler mix. I'm just going to do it on this bench. This is our paint prep bench. Let's get that on now. Right, I can show, hopefully you can see a shot there of the filler and just see how it goes in all those little imperfections and pits. Hardly any's gone on, took most of it just scraped back out there. But once I get the sandpaper in there and flat that off, it's going to look a hell of a lot better than that pitted finish. So I think it's a good idea. I don't know, you guys watching, guys and girls at home watching, what do you reckon? Am I going too far with things like this when you start getting into all these real close details? I feel that I'm not, you know, and I just like the attention to finer details. It's the enjoyable part of it when you get right in there. I mean, why shouldn't this look as good as you can get it, you know? Obviously, you can put a brand new one on, or the more skilled people, they can make them, can't they, and roll them, and you can press that out. But I've got it, it's salvageable. A skim on it there, and the etch prime on, I think we'll be doing good. Sandpaper next to smooth all that out. Alright, just going with a sandpaper now, just turn my fingers and around we go. It's quite easy, you can lay it flat, then rotate the filler net round. Make sure you keep the profile of that, the welded seam, get right up to the edge, make sure no filler's gone in there. Most of it's off really, but you're leaving with the big pit holes at least are filled. You'll see the weld through primer on there now, that went on first actually, and just give it the last hit. So that'll make that just a little bit better than pitting. Okay, so tension to detail there on that one. I think we've got most of it now. I'll go over with a finer grit now. That was 80, so I'm going to go over with 200 and finish it off. Right, I'll put some primer. I've allowed it to run down into the crevice there, into the seam. It's also had the rust buster, the molecular rust converter in that seam too, so that's gone right underneath. I've let that dribble right under, then held gravity and let it fill up. Then I've gone the same side, opposite side inside, to let the rust buster get underneath that seam there, just in case anything was hiding under there. Hopefully that'll keep it at bay. So that's done and ready for its etch prime, and then we can put it back on the car. We can weld that back on and let the body shop finish that off. Okay, so we're done there for now. Alright, that's going to get just a dusting of primer now to hold the rust off, and then let's position it in the car once the primer's set, and we can weld it up. Weld through primer on there and there. Pilot holes are all lining up. It's where I previously drilled it off, so we know we're in exactly the right place for this. So I'll just get a couple of welds in now and start tapping it back, making sure it stays flush. Got some Tech screws and some washers, just holding that in. Okay, from the other side, some welds on there now. That's your filler neck all prepared.
Now it's time for ice cream. Or maybe some nuts. A cool glass of orange. Why not try a hot dog? Or the real thing, a cool, refreshing Coca-Cola. From the sales staff and in the foyer. Now.
Something special, really different. Tastes great. Frankie's spicy pork and beef sausage in a sesame seed roll. Topped with mustard, tomato or fruity sauce. Frankie's, the super hot dog. On sale at the kiosk now. Frankie's, from Lion.
A warm welcome to you all. Hope you'll thoroughly enjoy our programme.
It's a decent start, a bright start, but some parts of eastern England may well still be a bit on the cloudy side. And might see the odd early spot of rain towards East Anglia and the far southeast, but that should clear away pretty quickly. And then it's a much more straightforward day. I think for most it'll be a day of sunny spells and a scattering of showers. Now the showers probably not too frequent across the southern half of the UK, but there's always a risk of one or two moving through. The showers are likely to be that bit heavier towards the north and west of the UK, but I think thunder and lightning, well, probably not too much of that. And 15 degrees in Glasgow is around about where we should be, and 19 or so in London, not too far.
Okay, and welcome to the commercial break. You're going to be wondering why I'm filming a weather report. Well, I'm looking for a special location now. This is the commercial break. Welcome aboard. You just saw us doing that filler cap there, but I'm going to type in a name of a town and what's that town going to be and why would I be typing it in. It's a Wednesday night. I'm going to have to get a date check here. It's Wednesday the 16th of September 2015. I'm typing in oh, I've spelt it wrong. I think there's an E in there, sorry. Cheltenham, Gloucestershire. Now why would I be doing that and why would I be looking here? Yes, because this is the night before the big day, and there we have Thursday, that's tomorrow. It normally is after Wednesday, and we see a weather report. Why would I want that? Sunshine and 10 o'clock, broken sunshine, which is perfect. It's just what we want. Why do we want that? Well, we want that because of the following reason. It's arrived. Let me get you to the folder. Hold on 2 seconds. I'm on my desktop now. You're live here at Cortina Central's house, where we do all our planning, and I'm looking for a folder called Yellow GXL. I think that's what it is. Bear with me while I find the folder. It's in here somewhere. What did I call it? Or was it Maze? Was it Maze? Was it Maze? Let's see. Yes, it is Maze Yellow Machine. Open that folder up, and then if we go to, let's have a look at this. What we got here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the commercial break. Welcome to something special. Now you see something on screen, something I've been dreaming about getting out for a long time. Even when Swampy was in the making, this was on the cards. This came through the same time that I was doing Swampy, and it was originally going to go to somebody else, and I got on with Swampy, and this was on the back burner. This is the two-door GXL 1971 K-Reg GXL, or is it an L? I don't actually know the reg. Look at those the foliage there covering up the reg plate. I'm sure it's a K. Wide chrome, two-door GXL, with the Ford All Sports wheels, left in a field in Cheltenham, Gloucester, and here we have the engine bay now. And I've, since knowing about this car, it's actually nearly 4 years ago, so these pictures are 4 years old. A lot could have gone wrong since this time, but look at this, look at that, where the mouse is hovering over there now. That's silver, that colour is silver. It's either pearl grey or silver. I'm not going to know for sure till I read the VIN tag, but that's either silver fox or pearl grey metallic. So look at this, there's a 2 litre engine in there. Look what we've got. Okay, there's the VIN tag. Now we come in, we bring you live to the VIN tag. I don't think I can get a good shot of it. Is it going to have the paint code on there? I don't think it does. It's the second VIN tag that has the paint code. But all while Swampy was getting done, this was lying there waiting. You see another picture, shot of the side there. Okay, so this car's been waiting to be picked up. I went down, you saw that video, Cortina hunting. We went down and we couldn't secure it there and then, but the call came through and it was secured, and then we're just waiting for the weather, the time, the opportunity, the driver, the delivery, the pickup. Everything had to fall into place, but it has fallen into place, and it's a go, go, go. I repeat that, go, 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 for the two-door GXL. So we break away from the filler cap on Project Ruby Part 6, and we switch now to the interlude, and we are on the eve of picking this bad boy up. Look at that Ruby, just check that Ruby interior. Oh yes, oh please, oh yes, look at that. Original Ruby, original silver, or is it pearl grey? We don't know. GXL wheel there, look, the foliage coming through, various body panels. Could these be Mk3 wings thrown in the mix as well for a bonus payoff? We just don't know. But I've got all the tools, all the bits and bobs ready, loaded in the car. We've got classic Ford parts recovery truck is going to take us down there in the morning. I'll be rendezvousing with him at the petrol station, and then he'll be picking me up. I'll be leaving my car at the petrol station. We'll head off down to Cheltenham, and we're going to meet Mk3, who was the original person who put me in touch with this car, who tipped me off, who told me it was there. Mk3 is going to be there to see the glorious day. It's something big. For me, this doesn't get much better than this. It doesn't get much better than this at all. This is it. This is the big one. When this is done, well, what we're going to get, you're not going to top this. This is absolutely perfect. An overgrown car with the perfect combination for me. Two-door, GXL, 2 litre, wide chrome, silver, red. I couldn't ask for anything else. This is the ultimate. It's the holy grail for me. It's the pinnacle. This is it. What we're going to do, I just don't know. I'm so excited. Tomorrow's the big day. This film's going to cut soon to a recording at the petrol station, the Rendezvous Junction 27 on the M6, ready to offload the tools and wheels from my car into Dave's truck. We'll then head off down to Cheltenham, and I've arranged mid-morning to meet the owner of the car, where the money exchange will take place, and we'll then begin filming and take the car onto Dave's truck. So we look forward to seeing that clip coming up soon. So here we are for a great interlude. You couldn't get much better than this. It's even going to detract from what I'm doing. You're going to be thinking, oh wow, just get that 4-door out of the way so you can start on this one. It's going to be a long time. This is going to be hanging around my place for a long time, but we've saved it. It's going to be safe. I'm going to get it undercover, get it in the dry. It's looking bad. Look at that. Oh my god, looks like we've got roof problems. Oh dear. We just don't know. Is it going to be a breaker? Is it going to fall to pieces? Is it going to break in half? You just don't know. Look at that quarter there. Let me take you in. Look at that quarter there. There's rock going right through on that quarter. It doesn't look good. There's no glass on the offside. Could be really bad. But as a base for a car, can we do another Swampy? Yes, we can. We're going to have to. So I better just check that interior. So all exciting stuff. So look out now. We're going to have a time warp. It's now the evening. It's 8 o'clock at night on a Wednesday. The video's now going to jump to the Thursday morning. Well, I'm in the the Mondeo, waiting for the rendezvous with Dave. We'll even get a shot of him pulling up, I hope, or me approaching and he's already parked up. We'll see what happens. But yeah, a great interlude. Enjoy this part of part 7. This video will also be a separate standalone video as well, but you're looking at the full unedited version, the full length version of it, because the standalone version will be cut down. So you get the bonus footage because you're part of Project Ruby, so you get the bonus footage, you get the full clip, and the standalone video alone will generate its own hits and comments. But within Project Ruby episode 7 you get this footage for your commercial break. I hope you've had your ice cream, I hope you've got your hot dogs ready, I hope you've got a nice fizzy lime and lemon juice ready from the foyer, and I hope if you're smoking that you're in the left hand side of the auditorium and that you're enjoying the show so far. So we're going to skip to the morning now. Yellow GXL, originally silver. Yellow GXL, originally silver, I say that again. 2-door GXL, 1971 we think. On a K we think. Ready to pick up, ready to collect. We've done the deal and it's all going ahead. Weather's looking good, you saw that weather report just then, so we've got broken cloud and maybe the odd shower perhaps, but that's perfect, that's just what we want. The camera's charged and ready. We've got the Steadicam as well for this now. We're equipped with a Steadicam for a smoother shot. Hope we're going to get you plenty of action, and hope you're going to enjoy this next few minutes of video footage. It could even be up to 10 minutes of video footage I hope to put on for your viewing pleasure. We'll see you then, over and out, and get ready for this. Let's go.
Then on the rain, it's going to push its way across us. Some heavy pulses in here. It could be pretty persistent. Temperature struggling underneath that rain as well, and the wind's picking up too. So some pretty blustery winds into this evening, some further heavy downpours I think at times. That rain gradually shifting its way through though as the night goes on. The winds start to ease down and it's looking quieter through the early hours. A few mist and fog patches perhaps, and lows down between 8 and 12 Celsius. Into tomorrow then, a couple of mist and fog patches initially, but they should clear fairly readily. And it should be quite a nice day. Some good spells of sunshine around, a largely dry picture with just a few showers popping up here and there. Lighter winds than we're seeing today, and temperatures getting that bit higher, 16 or 17 Celsius. It shouldn't feel fairly pleasant. Friday brings a greater risk of some showers.
We'll be out there by Friday. Oh, that's all I wanted to hear. Good night. The 17th of September 2015. There we go, the morning has arrived and we're en route for the rendezvous with the transport truck. 4 Cortina spares, classic car spares. He's going to be doing the pickup. We're rendezvousing with him, junction of the M6 for the rendezvous, where we'll transfer the tools across and set off in his truck. So we're on it, we're on our way. This is a big day in Cortina history. Coming up on our IP. Coming up on the IP. We're coming up on the IP now. IP. Coming up now. Rendezvous. Looking for Dave. Any second now. Race wheel. We'll need those.
M6 Friday.
No, we don't do M6 Friday, no.
That's Eagle, the full version, by ABBA.
That's true, that's probably the
close now. Getting close for the rust, Dave. Got the shovel. He's nodding his head, he's got a shovel, we're going to shovel it up. Marky Mark 3 will be waiting at the site any second now. We're coming up on it. Here we go. Here he is. Here's our rendezvous, our point of contact, our rendezvous. Marky Mark 3, the man who made it possible, is waiting for us to help get this car out. Let's go check it out.
I'll tell you what's annoying. Is
Yeah.
having the birds twittering.
I know, that's what I was.
Yeah.
It's alright, I can cut this, but yeah, the bird's twittering.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So it'd cut now. This looks bad, Mark. Jesus. Fucking hell. Let's check the bad boy out. I mean, I knew the quarters were bad news. What surprised me is the front underriders. Actually, one of them's And that's going to take some serious work.
Could well be too far gone.
Real serious work. Are they Mk3 wings? It's like there's Mk3 wings inside. Canal might get some money back. Fucking wheel arch trim's fucking hit. Tell you what, it wasn't a bad wheel arch trim that either. It's bent. Wheel arch trim, bent. But no, I don't know, Mark. You know, there's one kink in it. Need to drill the rest of the rivets off before we drag it out.
Yeah, be a little careful with that.
Correct badges there. No stripes on them. And it's hard to get. I'll perhaps get better photographs when we get it out of here. It's difficult to get the shots I need in this position.
Get around the other side as well and come in over. Come through the cab or something of that, or over the top of that.
Possibly. We're
I think. Filming?
Yes, okay. I can cut the sound out.
I was going to say, you don't mind, God.
Yeah, we'll cut the sound. I'll just edit bits off. There was a boot of pleat trim behind it. It seems to be not there now. The last time I come, the boot trim was here on the floor, right behind it.
Then poked it inside, have they, or something? Little trinkets you need to save. It's genuine Ford.
Wow.
Get that on sound.
Yeah,
it's genuine Ford.
It's on. Watch the trim. We're just
oh
investing.
My God!
We've got two new old stock sills, 71 BG, Germany.
No, that's all right. They was made in Germany.
Yeah, so right, sometimes it's ski ramps have curiously been removed on these. It's quite handy because I need one for my car at the moment.
That's good news. Oh, there's my camera.
What's this? Hey, oh, look at this Motorcraft. Look at that, a Motorcraft bag. What's in there? Oh, this is what we like, isn't it, Mark? It's like we're like kids in a candy shop, aren't we? Fancy yourself some genuine Ford mud flaps?
Mud flaps.
Look at that. Kids in the candy store. Mark is here, my glamorous assistant. I'm liking the Ford overalls. Who are we today? Mr. Ian Beach. Ford. Mr. Ian Beach. Liking the fact that the GXL wheel's still there. No one sneaked into the field in the middle of the night and removed it.
It crossed my mind.
Yes. Now, this is the one that everyone was asking about. The floor pan, where it's rained in. So, should we have a... Well, there's not much point in doing this. I've bought it now. It's too bloody late. Really, I should leave the inspection until I get it back, but... Because it's just going to dishearten us when we tow it on the truck. Everyone asked me if the floor will be gone. Oh God, there's the carpet. I don't know, without lifting all the matting up, it's going to be hard to say. Should we try and get the steering lock off?
Just want to check the pedal trims for a minute.
Yeah.
There's no nice ones there.
No. I say, the brambles have certainly took over. It's more brambled up than swampy. Right, so we've got some keys. That's where they've all gone. You've been hoarding them all. We wondered where all these keys were.
Just a couple.
He's drained the market of Ford keys.
Alright. It's going to be a
So the deal's been done. Car's been paid for. Me, Mark and Dave are now going to get it out at the field. Footage wise, I'm a bit cramped in, so we're going to get you some more film once we drag it forward. We're stuck in this corner at the moment. Just minimal brambles, Mark, because I've got a photograph to do as well, but it's coming with the brambles in it, you see. It's clock stopped at 7 o'clock. And just silence for the cobweb shot, Mark. Look at that on screen now.
That's quality. It's almost like a jellyfish or something.
Just look at that. You can see where I'm going, can't you? You see what I'm trying to achieve.
Hollywood.
No. Dave didn't hang about, did he?
He's in, mate.
I know he wants to get going, he didn't want to hang around. Well, he'll be alright.
Yeah, same, isn't it?
I just...
Steering wheel centre looks really good.
Mm-hmm. This will be on YouTube forever, Mark.
Oh, will it?
Just like...
Is there any money goes with this fame?
Just like the Swampy video. What do you think, Dave?
Can't change the wheel, can we? We're digging so try and blow it up. Nice Venetian blinds in there for you.
I know.
Well, that's the money bit, that is, the blind.
Yeah. Vintage Venetian blinds.
How you looking, Mark?
I'm gonna, you know, the front of the subframe.
Yeah.
There's like a curved bit just before the bush. That's solid metal there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm thinking hook the hook on there.
It's the best option.
And just see how we go.
I think it'll pull up.
Balance on the number plate.
It'll pull up on that. Maybe I should unscrew the plate.
Slack. Are you ready? You want to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Sitting there, put your foot on the brake. Turn round and look.
I know.
Be on the other side, yeah. Just going to pull it into the tractor.
You could get the wheels now at the back. You could change them if you wanted.
Let's take lock off. That wheel's turning outside.
Is it? That's good news.
Somewhere. is it? Right.
Right, pause for a Twitter. Let's have a reassessment. It's live, that.
That's a bit scary then.
Ready? Oh dear. Wow. Whew. Everything's there. Dave, get his hands on that one. Now, oh, the cut. Did you know where that was?
No.
Yeah. Damn shame. Haven't
Yeah,
told
it
us
is.
the colour.
Have a look.
Is it pearl grey or silver fox? There's the original colour. Yeah. Now what's that? Do we think? Would you believe, right, that the anti-roll bar brackets are still attached, and there's no sign of that distorting? Have you been pulling it? Them inner wings look pretty good. Yeah, I know. Them inner wings look all right to me. Yeah. It's a damn miracle.
As long as I have the alternator.
Seen worse. No, it's just that the bonnet bolts aren't in the bonnet. That's all. Now we'll have to watch that because that'll lift off on the way out.
Yeah, it's put a strap over it. I'm used to that.
Is that wheel shifted or not?
Might get the wheel off now.
You reckon?
How are we doing for the arch trims, Mark? We have an arch trim check.
Nasty bit here on the roof.
Right.
Spot on here, Pete.
All right.
A little bit of corrosion, but not a lot. That's spooky how good that is.
Where's that boot trim? You want to offer that up like as a trophy?
There's a trim inside.
Is it? Yeah, that's the one I put in.
It is stuffed.
Yeah. Where's the boot pleat?
Dave's on the oblique guitar.
That's the one. That's worth the trip just for that. There he goes. That's a beast, that, Dave. That's it. Great one.
Is it exciting living in the boot?
We've stopped at the motorway services and we've decided it looks really a lot worse now. As Dave said, out of its natural habitat, things start looking bad. Everybody talked me into getting it. They made me do it, Dave. They made me do it. Whoops. I'm just looking underneath. Now look, them chassis legs, they haven't gone, they're not like completely crumbled away. If things were really bad, you know, you'd be just collapsing through those swinging arms, but look, we're not. This will be good soon, don't worry.
Seriously, I've got a lot better condition than that.
Yeah.
I've got a 3-door 16 GT
Nice.
for sale.
You're so good inside there.
Dave,
It's a bit prickly inside there.
have you, Dave? The jacking points are still on it.
Yeah.
Look. Now normally, they've gone even on Mark 5s that have been rotted in field.
Yeah.
See? Both sides jacking points intact. And look at that A panel.
Yeah.
Oh Dave, I'm telling you. Let me get the camera in.
Restoration time might be down to about 2 years now.
Yeah, but look at that floor. Look at that floor.
Yeah.
Where there's normally big hole there, big gaping hole there.
Well, I was surprised how good the inner wings are.
That's what I mean, you know, there's hope.
We'll have a crowd here soon.
Yeah, it's too much, isn't it? How much do you want for it?
You gonna fix this?
Yes. Really? He's going to fix it.
Really? Done one before, like that. Not a two-door one. There's two of them. It's a two-door is really nice. But it's not very big. Some good bits, but
It's a classic car.
it is a classic one.
It's an older one.
It's a very old version.
It's a, the engines are dead.
Yeah, the engine is dead, if I can ask it.
A lot of people interested in this car. Everywhere we go, people are stopping me. It's not for sale.
We had a crowd starting to form at the services, so we had to go.
Wow.
Otherwise, we'd have been there all day explaining it to everybody.
Here's your sills. There's your sills.
Oh, excellent. All right.
It's self-serve through the window. Look, I'll get inside. And how many sills do you like,
So
sir?
screaming that.
Self-serve. Oh dear. It's good, isn't it? Like what we've done with the place.
Excellent.
Like what we've done with the place. Looks alright through here, but then when you look at it, it looks like a wrecker. Bit of photoshopping on that and we're good to go on eBay. It's got old Cortina there.
Yeah. It's trying to overtake that Transit, but it's doing it the hard way.
Looks rough there, doesn't it?
Nice shape though. Good lights.
Alright, just to explain that little clip, how did I get in the cab? Well, Mark Mk3 this time. We've met Marky Mk3 back there helping us load the car onto the truck. This is now Mk3. He was on the footway bridge of the motorway and filmed us going underneath him. I then picking my car back up from the rendezvous point. Marky gave me a lift back through there, so just going to go and meet back up with the car now. I've come out the rendezvous, the IP, and now I catch the car back up. That's catch Maisie back up, because Maisie's away ahead of me, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. So just initial thoughts while I'm driving home on this one, guys and girls out there. The jacking points front still on the car, so not crumbled away. I like that. Inner wings looked all right, bulkhead looked okay, sills are gone, inner sills look like they're gone, and chassis forks at the back weren't disastrous, so I didn't see anything that's just like jaw dropping. Plenty of rust, but not like writing off material. So I'm liking what I see initially. I really am. I didn't expect this to be mint in any way, shape or form. As you heard on the film, I don't know if you heard, it's been there since 1983 in the tax disc. Last taxed 83. It's been off the road since 83. Then moved around various places, and I think it eventually came to rest in that spot there in 93. So still done a lot of time in that particular spot. And yeah, you've got quarter panels gone on it, and there's all sorts gone on it. But the things that have gone, I expected to have gone, but not as much as. In other words, I thought the A jacking points on the A panels that had gone, and they haven't, and I thought the bulkhead had been shot out, and I thought that engine bay had looked worse than it does actually. So yeah, initially pleased. Well, let's get back there and unload it now before it gets too dark. So we're going to go and unload Maisie. Here we go for unloading Maisie. Let's catch her up first on the dual carriageway. We'll catch her up. Just got the GoPro strapped to my chest with the Velcro straps, as you know, as I've shown you. So GoPro strapped to the chest there. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Works pretty well, that. See, oh well, just about caught him up. The ice rolling, yeah. You'll have to pull forward, Dave.
Yeah, well, it's going to come off the ramp here, but I don't think it'll matter. I think we'll go off.
What about the Jag?
Eh?
What about the Jag?
Oh, pull forward then, yeah, get the back wheels on the ground.
Right, I see, yeah.
Right, yeah, we'll...
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, we're back on part 7 again. Hope you enjoyed that little clip, or say clip, it was 20 odd minutes, wasn't it, of the unedited footage of the two-door rescue. Now what we've got here, these are the calipers off the two-door, which I've had in diesel, and then a little bit of phosphoric acid just to get the worst of the rust off them. These are seized as they would be after that amount of time. The idea is to get the two-door actually up and running and drivable with brakes
so that it can go to a couple of car shows before it gets stripped down. So obviously I don't want to be rolling it into a car show. They're indoor show, probably Stoneleigh on the 25th of October, and then the NEC in March next year. You want to be able to stop at least. The engine runs, as you've seen, so we just want to get it safe. I've got new fuel lines on, and we've checked the fuel tank on it, and that's good. So I've replaced the fuel line. All I've got to do now is some new brake pipes on it, make sure the cylinder servo's working, the master cylinder, sorry, and then we'll get these freed up. I'm going to put some compressed air in them. This is a little adapter I've built, which you screw into the brake line input of the caliper, then connect it to the compressor, and it normally pops the calipers out. I did it on Swampy. I'm going to try it on this. That'll get the calipers free. And then we'll soak them again, and then we'll just get them so they're operating, put them back on the two-door. So that's that little trick. And then over into the project area. Okay, we've not been on it for a bit because we've been rescuing the two-door, but I have acquired some parts. I've been stripping an XL. You'll see clips of that footage on part 8 of Ruby, a little bit of an interlude. So look out for an XL being stripped. Unfortunately, I couldn't save the XL. I have too many cars, as you know, and also it was scrapped by the time I got there. It's stripped anyway, so, but got a lot of stuff out of it. I stripped what was left, and that was the way it was. Anyway, I've acquired this tub. It's actually off a two-door, but it's a rotten tub, a new old stock but rusted up tub, which I knew about. It's from New Ford Parts, and it's going to give us the piece that we need to finish off this area. And there it is, you can see it there. Now look, see, that's the section which sits in the back of here. Okay, see how that one's rusted through, so we'll be cutting out there, and we'll be popping this piece in to complete that back repair. So we'll do that to finish off part 7, because we're into over an hour on part 7 because of the two-door bonus footage on a long interval for you. I hope you enjoyed the two-door footage, the longer bits. Comment again if you want, and feel free to do that. So I'm going to get the car back on the spinner, or back spun back up. We're also going to finish off tidying up the filler neck. I left you actually with the filler neck. Just started putting the spot weld. Whoops! Just started putting the spot weld effect back in, and the plug welds to be ground back, and then that area's finished. So I'll be grinding back them spot welds in a minute and plug welds in a minute to finish off that nice repair on the filler neck. So filler neck and the sill to tub area will finish off part 7 for you. So I'll get cracking with that now. I'll get set up. Here we go. Okay, all them welds nicely flat down there. A couple of little craters, can you see those? But I'm not going to chase them, they just get the skim over. Then we'll put the spot weld effect back in it. I've also got a nice piece of metal into that fragile corner. There was a hole in that corner, so I've took the grinder and got the nice edge back into it. A nice strip of metal went in there. So we just need to clean that up on the other side, but that's done for this side. So a good solid repair there, it should last for a long time. Okay, so I'm going to give it a little skim and a sand back. There's a little ripple just here, so I'll get that with a filler, and that area's totally smooth then. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a skim over now, and then I can sign it off on this side. Okay. Right, I've cut that piece of repair section out of that tub there, and I'm just getting it lined up so it fits snugly inside the back of this sill, so you get a nice perfect finish. We've got a strip of metal to go in there. I've had to bring it up a little bit, but we're getting there now. Just got to tack in to hold it. So that's that triangle shape that fits in the sill. Just wanted to make sure that sill's coming down and meeting everything at the right place, and just making sure it's up on the lip here, so that we know we're clean. So we're just got to maybe tap it down just one more mil. So I'm just going to bash this triangle down just one more mil, so that I'm happy with that way that sill goes on, and then we can weld that in place and start getting the sill on in part 8. So just finishing off with we've got a skim on at the petrol cap that's ready to take back in a sec with the DA, and then that's that repair done. We'll get that in some primer and we're finished there. So nearly done at this end. Let me just knock this down a little bit more, and then we'll get the rest of the plate in for that butt weld. Okay, so we've got that piece in, it's lined up with the sill, so we just made a nice seamless join there, and again here where it lines up, we just need to knock this, take that tack off now at the back and then get that square. That's got a bit of too much of a curl on it. Just get that tight up to that gap, see this, where it opens out. So we'll just take off that temporary tack there now and tap that in so that goes square, then re-tack it here. That'll just close the gap up a little bit. We needed to just tack it in place while we got the sill to fit on it, but it's looking nice there now. It's all in line, so that piece is done. Just leaves me to brush off the filler on this side, and I'll call it a day for episode 7. We hope you enjoyed it. Sorry there wasn't too much happening in this episode in terms of getting up the front end, but I'm sure you'll agree this is a nice repair for that, to finish that area off. So a little bit of tidying up to do on it, and then we're good to go there. Just got to straighten up a few of the bits. That should be straight, and that fits on the inside of the sill. We'll rust treat it and prime it, get the rest of the welds on. This hole you see here, that's intentional because that lands on this tab on the end of the sill. That's the original spot weld. There's actually 2 holes, so we leave those clear. The end of the sill comes in and closes that up. This is seam sealed, of course, all the way down. So I'll see how I get on with this. It's not critical, but I'd like to get it anyway. And then a little bit of cleaning up with some filler you see on those plugs, and then we're going to be cleaning that area there, nice and solid and a good fit. And your wheel tub continues on. A little bit of a piece of metal to put in just in the corner where we overcut that shape. We had to just give it sort of 4 mil to move around just to get it. It was a bit tricky trying to get the sill to go everywhere you wanted, but we're there in the end, nice and neat. Okay, so we're closing up soon. Let me give you some final shots of this when it's cleaned up. And okay, I'll give you just a bit more of a clean up and just shape that nice little piece on the inside there. A couple of little bits just to finish that off, but I'm going to call it a day for tonight and episode 7. Hope you've enjoyed. So a nice cap on there now. Let's have a look at that finished. Let's have a look at the finished result on the filler cap, the filler neck. Let's go over there and have a look at that now. This is nicely done and the sill fits on it lovely. We'll show you the sill going on. Wow, you want to see that snap into there? It just grabbed it off me and took it in right up to the braze line. And you see how it all fits. That shape fits right inside the end of the sill cap there, so we can clamp up and just inspect the handiwork. On with that. Difficult with one hand as usual, but look at that. Happy with that. So feels nice in the inside, feels factory when you put your hands in. You get all that nice feeling of the shape and everything. So we're done there, we're nice there, we're really good. And you can see now we get the braze in there now. We've finished off that lovely, and now we're nice and trim along the top and ready to start getting that ready for going back on. Look at that nice snug fit down there as well, right up into the edges as you want. So superb, nice rear tub finish repair there now. Step back and just see what it's like. You probably see it better than me. Okay, so a few little skims, but don't forget we've got that plug weld. See how the plate now's come up against that hole? That's the inner sill. That's where you get your plug in and grab that inner sill nicely, and then we'll file that back again, and then we'll finish it with a nice skim, get it all looking good. Okay, so coming to the end, as I said, over to the filler neck repair, so all done and blended in. I'll put a few spot weld indentations in it as well when I finish it off, but that's all gone nicely. So that's it for part 7. We hope you enjoyed that. My voice has gone a bit of dust there. I've got a mask on, but a little bit of dust got in. So we're all done. and we're all fitting nice. So that wraps up Ruby episode 7. We'll see you in part 8 in about 3 weeks time. 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, I'll bring you part 8 and some more goodies. Hope you enjoy so far. So getting on there now, moving on up to the front. Don't forget, I've got to do the same again on the other side, the other sill. So really that's going to be next after this end's done and this sill's welded on. We'll get the other side off. And once that other sill's done, because all the boot floor's finished now, that takes us up to here. So I might just get on and blitz that sill off and just jump you straight to it, because you've seen the operation on this side. So just to get us ahead, I'll just do a short film of that sill, because it's an identical process to this side, but we'll skip through that one quick, and then we'll get you up to the front end where we'll start doing these repairs here, start cleaning up these repairs here, getting this under seal off. Then we'll look at that inner wing repair. There's an inner wing to take off and replace, it's the wrong one. And then we're up the front end and looking good. A couple of repairs around the roof edge to do, not a lot else, and then we'll spin it and then start doing the door gapping, starting from the back doors and moving on up to the front. We'll start with the boot lid first, then move on to the doors. Rear doors first, then passenger and driver's door, and then wings, and then bonnet. So we'll move on. So it'll be gapping after all the welding's done, but there'll be quite a lot of work involved in this front end repair to get it back how it should look. So that'll take us quite a few episodes, I would have thought. We'll see what happens, we'll see what it brings. Managing to get some time back on it now. It's been a bit busy, other commitments and stuff, but we're back on, and we'll catch you for part 8. So over and out. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's close up and see you in part 8. Over and out.
Has blended from spices to herbs. Alicia Bharadwaj is a chef, food writer and cookery teacher.
A wide guide to the unfamiliar and exotic shapes and colours.
It's a fake one. And as Conor Pope said last week, if you're ever asked for bank details or personal details online, don't give them, because nobody ever asks for them if they're legitimate. neighbours. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, there's quite a few, like even a woman talking about the school run and their dad on the school run and after the school run finishes. Yeah, plenty of colleagues actually.
Plenty of colleagues, right. And of course, these are fancies, so they're never going to...
Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Don't make the